The midday sun beat down like fire. Cars stood still in traffic, their engines humming while the air shimmered with heat. On the corner of a busy street, a young mother clutched her daughter's hand as they waited for the bus. The little girl, no more than 6, had tears streaking down her flushed cheeks. "Please, Mom," she whispered, her tiny voice trembling. "It's too hot. I can't breathe." The mother bent down, her face pale with worry. She wiped the sweat from her daughter's forehead with the corner of her sleeve. She looked tired, like she had already fought 100 battles that day. Her old handbag hung loosely from her shoulder, and in her eyes there was a silent prayer. If only I could give her more. People passed by, too busy to notice. Some looked, then turned away. That's how it often was in the city. Everyone had their own problems, but not everyone walked by. A sleek black car rolled to a stop near the bus stand. Tinted windows slid down, and out stepped a tall man in an immaculate suit. His shoes shone even in the dusty heat. He was the kind of man people recognized from news headlines, the billionaire CEO who built a global empire. Usually he was surrounded by cameras, assistants, and guards. But today he was alone. The crowd froze. Why was he here? The little girl's sobs caught his attention. Without hesitation, he walked over and crouched down so his eyes met hers. His voice was calm, gentle, nothing like the powerful image the newspapers painted. "Hey, sweetheart," he said softly, "are you feeling sick?" The mother stiffened, embarrassed. "I'm so sorry, sir." It's the heat, we're waiting for the bus." The billionaire glanced at the child again. Her lips were dry, her shoulders slumped. He pulled a chilled water bottle from his car and handed it to her. She grabbed it with trembling hands and drank like it was the sweetest thing she'd ever tasted. And then came the words no one expected. "Come with me," he said. The mother blinked, startled. "Excuse me." He stood, his tone firm but kind. "This heat is dangerous. No child should suffer like this. I'll take you somewhere safe." The mother hesitated. Strangers, especially powerful ones, weren't easy to trust. But something in his eyes told her he wasn't offering charity. He was offering humanity. Minutes later, they were sitting in the cool, leather seats of his car. The little girl, no longer crying, pressed her face against the icy air vents and sighed with relief. The billionaire chuckled softly. "That's better, isn't it?" They drove not to a mansion, but to a nearby children's hospital. There, he personally ensured the girl was checked for heat exhaustion. While doctors cared for her, the mother sat beside him in stunned silence. Finally, she asked, "Why did you stop for us?" He leaned back, his gaze distant. "Years ago, I was that child. My mother worked 2 jobs, and we stood on street corners waiting for buses in the summer heat. No one stopped, not once. I promised myself that if I ever had the chance, I would be the one who stopped." The mother's eyes welled with tears. She realized this man wasn't just a billionaire. He was a father, a son, a human being who remembered where he came from. When the girl was cleared to go home, the billionaire did something more. He handed the mother a business card with his direct number written on it. "Call me," he said, "not for charity, but for opportunity. No parent should struggle alone. I'll help you find work. Something steady. You deserve that." The mother tried to speak but choked on her words. Finally, all she managed was a whisper, "Thank you." The billionaire smiled, ruffling the little girl's hair. "Thank her. She reminded me of a promise I made to myself a long time ago." As his car disappeared into the city, the mother held her daughter close, her heart full of gratitude. She knew life wouldn't magically become easy, but something inside her had changed. Hope had returned, and for the little girl, the memory would last a lifetime. Not of the heat, not of the tears, but of the day a man everyone called powerful chose kindness over pride, and reminded the world that humanity is the greatest wealth of all. Ending note for listeners: sometimes the smallest cry can awaken the biggest heart. And sometimes the richest people are not those with the most money, but those who choose to share their humanity.